A lot of people. Well, my name is Will, and this is my testimony. My sophomore year in high school was when I started to kind of experiment with drugs, alcohol, and partying. And at the time, I thought it was great because I thought I was missing out by staying sober. There's nothing really more to life. When I started to become more of a habit, it started to envelop my life more than I can imagine. And the first time I got caught was one morning. The student resource officer stopped me and caught me smoking in my truck. And that was the first time I got caught. And after that, I told myself I would stay on the right path and that I would do better. And that lasted for a little bit. I met a girl, and that distracted me from the temptation of drugs and alcohol. And I finally thought I was happy. But that happiness, as y'all know, eventually wore off. And the relationship went to ruin. And I started to fall into depression. And eventually I started doing drugs and alcohol again. But it wasn't really for fun this time. It was to try and cure something deep inside. It didn't cure anything. It just made things worse. I fell deeper and deeper into depression. I was lazy, unmotivated, and it just led to more and more substance abuse as I went farther on. One night I mouthed off to my mom, and my dad told me to apologize, and I told him no. And when I told him no, he told me to give him his phone. And I told him no. And I squared off with him, ready to fight him for a phone. And he squared off with me. And after that, I had some self-reflection, and I love my dad. He's my best friend. He taught me how to cast a fishing rod, how to talk to a girl, how to drive, and how to handle getting hurt, and how to be the man he or anyone else would be proud of. Here was about to fight him. I ran up to my room, and I just felt like depressed and sick and angry, like I didn't want to live anymore, and I decided I wasn't going to. I tried to leave the house, but by the grace of God, my parents stopped me, and at that point I told them all that had been going on in my life, that I was a devout atheist, that I didn't care about their religion, that I wanted to die, and I was just lost. They knew that I was lost at that point. They really knew how far it had gone. They knew I needed help. And less than a week later, I was here meeting people that I never knew would change my life forever. Now, I had no idea what was going to come in the next 17 months of my life, but I was really scared. When I first got here, I couldn't complete morning laps. I was a devout atheist. I didn't care about anything. I didn't want to care about anything. I argued with everyone about everything. I had no idea what I really wanted to do. And for a long time, when I turned 18, I was just going to leave and live on my own because I didn't need my parents. I didn't need anybody's help. But all these hard times started to invoke a change in me that I didn't really see, but it was happening. My terrible can't attitude started to change. Physically, I started to run my laps better and better, with a little motivation from Jay Sineth, of course. My relationship with my family started to improve, and my work ethic became less and less sorry. And of course, I got closer to God, whether it felt like it or not. Now I can run my laps and more if I get caught laying on my comforter. I can work a full day's work and it not be the end of the world. My relationship with my family has never been better, and my attitude stays positive, even when I hear things I really don't want to hear and do things I don't want to do. When I go home, above all else though, on June 19th, 2019, I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart as my Lord and Savior. It's the greatest thing that I've ever done. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds you to do, do with all your might. And I try my hardest to live by that verse, try to be better because of it, but I do fail sometimes. When I go home, I'll be working for a crane company and starting my education for a career in law enforcement, which I never thought I would say. And I'm looking forward to it. I did a lot of bad things back home. I didn't show up to work and skip school most days just because I didn't want to. I deceived my whole family by trying to live 2 lives. All the nights I came home late, all the times I lied and took my parents' money and took them for granted, and they never gave up. Thank you. I can't repay you for what you've done for me. And as for the rest of my family, who I've done similar things to, I didn't live the life that I needed to live. I made some really bad choices. I'm sorry, and I hope you can forgive me. To all the boys, y'all have brought me here. All of you, the alum and the boys here now. Without the fights, the laughs, the good, and even the bad times, I don't think I would make it to where I am today. And to the new boys, there's a light at what seems like this very dark and endless tunnel. It will come. Just gotta stay strong, stay hopeful, and don't count down the days. Just live your life, and just live your life the way you know you need to live it, and you'll be a better person because of it. And to the people who helped me get to this point, thank you, Jay, for staying on me to do the right thing and pushing me to do things the right way, not the easy way. Thank you, Marshall, for getting me in the gym, finally, and showing me good Christian music, for giving help when I needed it the most. And thank you, Daniel, for answering my spiritual questions and acting like a goofy second big brother. Thank you, Aaron, for having us in your church and for helping ones like me who need it the most. Thank you, Jody, for guiding me to help choose the right career that will make me happy and for helping me get through many tough situations. Thank you, Miss Gwen and Stephen, for being there when I need somebody to talk to, somebody reliable to talk to. And for the good fishing buddy, Stephen. Thank you, Eddie and Kev, for my work ethic. I think that directly relates to y'all, and I'll have it for the rest of my life. I'm grateful for it. Thank you, Miss Glenda and Stephen and Paul, for all that you've done for all of us. I don't know where I'd be without it, and I'm grateful for what I've done, for what you've done. And finally, I want to thank God. If he didn't make himself present in my life, I think a different Will Kelly would or wouldn't be standing here right now. Nothing I can ever do will repay him for that. I look back over the last 17 months and think about all the experiences I've had, all the stupid mistakes, the hardships, the fun times, the not so fun times, the nights I spent missing home and the nights I spent rejoicing in my newfound faith, and all the times that brought me to this moment right now. And I'm grateful for all of them. I have no regrets. If you would ask me 17 months ago, it would have been a hefty list, but now I have none. I'm happy with where I am right now, and I wouldn't change a thing. Goodbye, everybody. It's been real.
You denied yourself for the sake of love, taking up your cross, laying down your life, never giving up, no matter what.